What's going on, guys? Play Game here, back with another Epic Summon video, and today we got the update for October 28th. We got two parts. Sit back, because this is going to be a pretty big one. Number one, we got Epic 7 Slime Collab. We're getting a special side story, Solayu Cook-Off, where we're going to be able to go in and, again, really liking the UI, the interface changes. This actually looks really nice. So this just represents the different stages, I guess, the different days or weeks, I guess, that we'll be able to unlock these things. But we're going to have 3 weeks, which we'll be able to go in, farm like your normal side story. You're going to be able to farm, of course, like 1 or 2 stages up to hell mode 5 times. And then after that, you're going to want to go into hard and farm that off. But it looks like we'll be able to get ingredients from certain stages. And then start doing like a cooking mini game. Hey, the volleyball one was fun, you know, the first 2 or 3 times, and then after that it was just like grindy. So hopefully this isn't anything like that, but we'll see. Hopefully it's easy, and hopefully it's not something that you know, becomes tedious, right? Because then that's when it doesn't really become fun. But other than that, we are getting Shuna as one of the free units. We'll be able to pick her up from the shop along with the artifact that we're getting for free. You're going to want to go in and make sure that you pick her up. That way you can triple as her for free. She is going to be the free unit from the collab. We do talk about her in another video. So if you want to know a little bit more of my thoughts about you know, how good she can potentially be, feel free to go check that out. We're also getting Rimuru. He is one of the limited units that we're getting with this collab. Earth Warrior actually looks pretty decent. The artifact, though, you know, why do they got to make these artifacts pretty good? Why do they, you know, it's very difficult to not try to go for the artifact when they're really good. But I think this one, you know, again, you kind of need to fully limit break it in order to get the max return out of this, because it's one of those that starts off with a 50% chance, gets to 100% when you completely max it out. But I think 1 copy you should be fine. Milim is the next limited unit that we're getting in the collab. I think she's probably the highlight of all 3, but again, I think Rimuru is also has the potential to be really good. Her artifact as well, it's pretty much Elbrus for mages. She can counter, or whoever slaps this on can actually counter, but the condition is they can't get crit. So when they suffer a non-critical hit, they have a 30% chance to counterattack. So if you do pull multiple copies of this, I would recommend, if you're not going to whale for this artifact, that you keep them separate, just because 15% is still 15%. And if you know by Elbrus, which is really strong, you don't need to have it fully limit broken to take advantage of it. I think having that built-in counter into a mage can be interesting, can provide some interesting gameplay, but again, non-crit, so she has to not get crit, which is one of those things. But part 2 here of the update, we are getting the balance adjustment to all of those units. The main ones, Mediator Koeric, right? Mediator Koeric, I think, has the potential to be really good now. With his increase in combat readiness, he has the ability to reduce the, I guess, the cooldown or the effects of, like, but whatever the debuffs are by one turn. So he's able to kind of cleanse. It has like a built-in cleanse almost. BBK has immortality at the start of the turn. I don't know how well that's going to be, how that's going to work, but I think it's going to be kind of nice. I think it might be really nice. Open up some more gameplay. She can be one-shotted, right? She can be one-shotted, kind of like a Kayron. It's like a reverse Kayron, but we'll see. We'll see how that works. Next up, we got Special Side Story Part 2, Solayu Cook-Off Travel. So this one, we'll be able to see how Charlotte, the owner of Lemare and Oldcastle, and Solayu is restoring Solayu. So with that part of the story, we'll be able to get a chance at the new drop rate up. This coming week, which is going to be Charlotte. And she's been one of those units that has made a resurgence recently. She's actually been really, really good in the current meta, does insane amounts of damage. If you build her on lifesteal, she's almost self-sustaining. Her biggest weakness is just strip and control, I would say. But she is a really, really strong unit that isn't that difficult to build if you build her just like on a speed set. But if you're trying to go for a lifesteal, she is a little bit more difficult to build just because you do want all of those stats. You can actually build her with 0 crit chance because of the way her skills work. Definitely a unit I would recommend picking up, but with the collab units, with new ML units, yeah, it's tough. But she is dropping with Elbrus Ritual Sword, which is another artifact that can potentially be really good. You know, I would definitely recommend, if you have an unlimited number of bookmarks, pull on Charlotte if you don't have her, along with the Elbrus. If you don't have, if you want to just go straight for the limited units, because that's what I'm going to be doing, you can potentially buy yourself a copy of Elbrus from the shop. It is going to be the 240 powder. You know, unfortunately it's not at the discount to the 180 that it usually is, but I think it's still definitely worth a pickup if you don't have at least one copy of Elbrus. But for sure, I would prioritize limited units first. Get yourself at least one copy of those, and then if you have anything left over, you might consider pulling Charlotte if you don't have her already. Expedition rotation, a new boss, Pain Pursuer Moroi. So this new boss we are getting with the rotation for this, and we're getting the Dagger Sikar achievement for that, for dealing insane amounts of damage to that, which I think will be interesting, you know, something different to kind of play in PvE. We're getting the coin shop for the RGBs rotation in Tamarin and Charles, so that's kind of interesting. Galaxy coin shop, we are getting Remnant Violet and Briar Witchesaria. I know a lot of people passed on Briar Witchesaria, right? Or maybe Remnant Violet, one of those. I don't have Remnant Violet, but I don't have those Galaxy coins to be able to pull him, you know. And I know people are missing Briar Witchesaria. She's not that great anymore. You know, I was hoping that her buffs back in the day would have been what put her, I guess, in the real meta. But you know, as of right now, you really don't see her too often. She's a great unit to bring in if you lack some AoE strip. But after that, she's kind of done. And then even against evasion units, I feel like she doesn't really do her job. But hey, it is what it is. We are getting some, I guess, some more information about probability in, I guess, whatever the that little window that we get to check what units are able to summon. So that's pretty nice. We're getting the probability. Let's see, the page lobby will provide improved information regarding the probability rate of items when refreshing the item list. Oh, wow, that's really nice, actually. Selective summon season. Oh, okay. So we're getting the ability to check what units we can get from the selective summon, and the probability to, I guess, get a bookmark. So the currency is 20%. That's pretty interesting. So should you refresh Secret Shop? Yes, you should refresh. So we're also getting the probability to summon pets listed there, which is, you know, kind of nice. It's actually kind of nice. We're getting the probability information for equipment enhancement for substats. I think that's like a whole nother video. But if you're curious, I'll try to put the link in the comment section so you can go in and check it out. Element summon packs, and I think they're doing a collab pack as well. So if you're interested in picking those up, and then everything else is, I think, bugs and text fixes. But yeah, got a packed week. It's so much stuff. Let me know what you're most excited about. You know, these brand new units I think are going to be really, really nice. A lot of fun to play with, but definitely excited for the side story. It looks like they put a lot more into it than they did the ReZero side story, because in the ReZero one, they just appeared We're there for literally like 10 stages and that's it. That was the entire side story. This one, there's an actual mini game involved. There's a bit more to it, it looks like, than just 10 stages, right? So I'm excited to see what this mini game does, how we're able to interact with it. Hopefully it's fun, you know, and the side story on this, I think looks pretty cool. Interested to find out how they make their way and then what happens, you know, when they're spending time in the world of Orbis. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like always, if you haven't enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hey, think about subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people like you who like content like this. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.